Jean!
Anong oras yun? Hindi pupunta ka ba?
Magkakakas na halak. Yung sa ano niyo, di ba? Alaog na yun.
Good morning.
Asabay kayo.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Now, in behalf of the Philippine Heart Association, first we'd like to thank Philippine College of Physicians for allowing us this airtime to be able to relate to you the different advocacies of the Philippine Heart Association. And of course, we'd like to thank you, our media partners, kasi napaka-importante po ninyo sa amin. We've been trying to really educate people all over the Philippines. Pero, syempre, hindi naman mo namin kayang puntahan lahat, no? We've been trying to go around, but we have gained significant ground because of you, our media partners, no? Kayo po ang tumutulong sa amin para ipalaganap yung mga advokasya ng Philippine Heart Association. So let me just introduce to you, we are the Philippine Heart Association. We are an organization of nearly 1,800 cardiologists all over the country. So kung makikita po ninyo, no, sa daming milyong Pilipino, technically po, there is only one cardiologist for every 100,000 Filipino. Ganun sa adult Filipino. Ganun kakonti ang cardiologists. And before, the Philippine Heart Association is primarily concentrated on, advancement of careers of the cardiologists, continuing medical education for the cardiologists. Yun po ang main thrust ng PHA dati. It's more of continuing medical education. But over the years, Philippine Heart Association has already evolved into something that is more socially responsible organization. An organization that is concerned with the health of the Filipinos. An organization that wants to decrease the incidence of cardiovascular diseases. And an organization that wants to change the data of the DOH. Gaya po ng pinakita sa inyo ni Dr. Cuico kanina, the diseases of the heart and the diseases of the vascular system, particularly mga stroke, have remained to be the number one and the top two killers of Filipinos. That has been the case since the 1990s. It's been more than 2 years. We have not gained ground. We have tried to fight with it. We have tried to educate people, and yet, patagal ng patagal, nananatili pa rin po siyang pinakamataas na mamamatay ng mga Pilipino. In fact, there is an increasing concern about cancer right now. There is an increasing awareness of cancer right now, particularly breast cancer awareness for women. Pero alam niyo po ba, 1 out of 3 women die of cardiovascular diseases. Hindi po cancer ang number 1 na pumapatay sa mga babae. Ang number 1 pong pumapatay sa mga babae ay sakit pa rin sa puso. Of course, we're very much concerned about cancer. We'd like to decrease the incidence of cancer. But what we want to emphasize is that we must not forget the most important killer is cardiovascular diseases. And bakit po ganito? This is basically a lifestyle disease. No? Yung lifestyle po natin ang nagiging dahilan. Bakit tumataas ang kaso ng mga pasyente na namamatay sa sakit sa puso? Although true, merong pong portion na namamana ito. Ibig sabihin, kung ang mga magulang mo mayroong sakit sa puso nung araw, di ba, namatay sa atake sa puso, may posibilidad mamana mo siya. Pero, pwede mong ma-delay ang pagdating nito. Paano? Kung tama ang pamumuhay na ginagawa mo. But if you're not changing your lifestyle, in all likelihood, maaga kang mamamatay sa sakit sa puso. We talked about heart attack awareness. Matuto ang mga taong ma-recognize kung kailan sila nagkakaroon ng heart attack. That's one of the new advocacies right now of the Philippine Heart Association. The other advocacy is the angina awareness. Kasi, paano mo malalamang inaatake ka sa puso kung hindi mo alam yung sintomas na ito pala'y sa puso nanggagaling? And so therefore, we also have the angina awareness or the chest pain awareness. Paano mo malalaman na yung sakit ng dibdib na nararamdaman mo ay sa puso pala nanggagaling? Kasi hindi po lahat ng pagsakit ng dibdib ay sa puso nanggagaling. Pwede siyang pulmonary in origin, pwede siyang gastro in origin, yung kapag meron kang reflux disease, pwede ka rin makaramdam ng pananakit ng dibdib. But there is a particular presentation of chest pain that will tell you most likely you're dealing with angina or yung pagsakit ng dibdib dahil sa sakit sa puso. And that kapag hindi mo siya pinansin or kapag siya yung pinabayaan, pwede itong mag-lead sa heart attack. So pupunta ka doon sa other end of the spectrum. Now, the other thing that we'd like to do is, kung gusto natin pababain ang incidence ng mga namamatay sa sakit sa puso, ano ang isa sa pinaka-importanting kailangan natin gawin? Of course, prevention. Di ba? And how do we prevent? This was already mentioned by Dr. Aleus, Dr. Baby Leus earlier, with regard to the main mantra of the Philippine Heart Association. Our main campaign is the code 52-100. What is 52-100? Okay? Stand po siya sa 52100. 5 stands for 5 servings of fruits and vegetables per day. Kailangan marami pagkain ng gulay. Marami ang prutas. Huwag sobra-sobra sa carbohydrates, huwag sobra-sobra sa taba, di ba? At huwag sobra-sobra sa maalat. Kasi kung sobra-sobra po yung carbohydrates natin, medyo malaki ang chances you might develop diabetes later on. And when you develop diabetes, you can have heart problems later on. The 2 stands for, if we're talking about children, less than 2 hours screen time or maximum of 2 hours screen time per day. Ibig sabihin, more often than not, dapat po ang mga anak natin, ang mga bata, ay naglalaro. Naglalaro sa labas. Nakikipaglaro sa kapwa bata. Hindi naglalaro with the tablet. The problem right now, most children are playing inside the house, on top of the couch, or on top of the bed, with their iPads and their tablets. No? The whole day, halos. Yun na yung ginagawa. Hindi mo mapakain. Kasi busy naglalaro. Ano bang ginagawa? Yung mga daming games. Ang daming games ay Clash of Clans, mga kung ano-ano pa. Yan ang ginagawa nila. And this problem with children is also contributing to what? Obesity in children. It's contributing to obesity in children. There is now an increasing epidemic of obesity in children. Why? Kasi po, di ba, paglabas natin, lalabas kasama si bata, pag tinanong mo, oh, let's go to eat. What do you want to eat? And normally, they will point to fast food. Alam nyo na, hindi ko nasasabihin ko ano. Pero alam nyo na po, kung ano ang usually unang-unang alam ng bata pagdating sa pagkain. Ano ang gusto niya? Fried chicken, burger, french fries, soft drinks, di ba? Juices. I've seen children as early as 3 years old umiinom ng soft drinks. And then pag uwi sa bahay, tablet, TV. So eventually, they end up being obese. They end up having hypertension at an early stage in their lives. Dati, when we see children with hypertension, yung mataas ang blood pressure po na bata, ang una namin iniisip, baka may ibang sakit ito. Right? Diba, Dr. Baby? Because it's not common for children to have hypertension. So, when you see hypertension in children, you always think, may problem ba to sa kidney? Nagkaroon ba to ng infection ng kidney? Nasira ang bato niya? Kaya tumaas ang presyo ng dugo niya. But right now, there is already an increasing incidence of children na mataas po ang presyo ng dugo na wala kaming ma-identify na cause. It is primary hypertension. Why? Because of lifestyle. The youngest hypertensive patient I have seen was a 12-year-old girl. A 12-year-old girl who actually weighs more than 200 pounds. Mas mabigat pa siya sa akin. And she's only 12 years old. So it is a problem. Okay? Then for the adults po, less than 2 grams of added salt per day. Diba? Kasi para hindi masyadong ma-perpetuate yung hypertension. Dapat, ang pagkain po natin, kung ano na lang yung timpla, yun na. Hanggat maaari, iwasan mo na yung may dagdag ka pang toyo, may dagdag ka pang ano tawag dito, patis, may dagdag ka pang asin, bagoong, although mahirap siguro sa kare-kare, no? Pero try mong i-limit yung added salt in our food. Diba? Then 1 stands for 1 hour of exercise per day. Ideally, 30 minutes to 1 hour of exercise. You want to attain as much as around 150 minutes per week. So, kung 150 minutes per week, average ko yan ng 30 minutes a day, pwede na yan eh. 30 minutes in 5 days. Then we have zero smoking. Ibig sabihin, no cigarette at all. And that's the reason why we were very active in the campaign for higher taxes for cigarettes. No? Because we don't want young people to be able to afford